Okay, you are on the back of a 2013 Chevrolet Sonic RS, stock exhaust. This is a warm start. Been driving around, just got back from about 30-mile drive, so it's going to be a good warm start. I'm going to do a bit of driving around before I get a new exhaust on it. So again, this is stock. Okay, so again, that was a 2013 Chevrolet Sonic RS automatic transmission. Alright, so below the video there is a description of what I'm going to tell you. I'm driving my 2013 Chevrolet Sonic RS, and we're going to do a stock exhaust noise run to see how loud it is before I get the exhaust done. I'm doing a custom exhaust, and I'll be going over later on what all that entails. Currently, the only mechanical upgrades that will be affecting the sound is I have a Superchip 8040 programmer put on it, as well as I have a DDM Works cold air intake. I'm going to do a 0 to 60, and I'm going to let this guy get around me real quick. But I've got the radio off, I've got the radio off, I have the fans off, everything is off and quiet, so all you're going to hear is the car from 0 to 60. So that's the sound. Again, I'm going to have below the video all the upgrades in detail of what is on it, as well as later I'll tell you verbally what I'm going to be putting exhaust wise, and it'll be written below. So check it out. Hope you enjoy.
Oh, the smell of that burning rubber is terrible.
Oh man. Okay, you're on the back of my car again, and this is after the exhaust. It's warmed up, just got back from about a 30-mile drive. I'm going to try to replicate what was in the previous clip with the stock. In the previous clip with the stock exhaust, but we'll see. And here in a second I'll put you in the cab, and once it gets daylight out again, put you in the cabin with me and get an interior, hopefully on the same route or really close to what I'm doing now. So here we go. It's a hot start. Again, it's the 2013 Chevrolet Sonic RS. I do have, as in the previous clip, I do have the cold air intake and a Superchip 8040 programmer, plus the exhaust. Alright, hope you enjoyed. I'll get ready to put you up in the cabin. It's getting dark out, so I'll wait until daytime so you can see the terrain good. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here is the interior. It's still somewhat daylight out. I just got off work. I drove pretty well the equivalent distance to this point. This is pretty much the exact same spot. I think I'm like 30-40 yards away from where I was originally, but anyways, I'm going to take you the way that I did whenever I had you on the back of my car for the exterior exhaust, the after stock, or after the exhaust has been done. I had it in manual mode, so hopefully this is going to work out and not be, all over the place. But anyways, it's been almost 4 minutes, and that's pretty close to how long it took me to get the camera on and get back in the car and get it started. I think it took pretty well 5 minutes, but this will give you pretty close to what it sounds like. You will notice that at certain RPMs there's a drone in the car. The back seat is probably twice as loud as where you are in the front seat with me. It's substantially louder. The car also gets louder when it's under a load. So when I have 2 or 3 people in the car with me, it's significantly louder on acceleration than it is with just me. And I found that out the other day when my mom and girlfriend was with me. We was going to a birthday party. But yeah, it's got a drone. If I let off the gas or I'm just cruising, which I'll show you a bit of this, the noise essentially goes away, and I think in the exterior it does the same thing. So the clock just changed to 5 minutes, so let's start her off. And I won't be talking through this, so you can get a fair assessment of the volume. Alright, so that's that. Alright, back out here. It's in the morning. There's still some frost on the windows of my parents' cars in the shade. But I want to take you around the car and give a complete update of where everything is to this point. All the previous clips I've been mentioning stuff, and I want to make sure that I show you what that is and the details and what it looks like and all that. Starting on the front with the lights, I told you they were tinted. This is this is the VHT tint. I really like the deepness of it, how it's dark and all that. However, you can see on the clearance light there how it's a different, the shade varies. It is a problem with aerosol. It's very, very difficult to get it a consistent shade. As well, you can see it's starting to peel. And I'm not too thrilled about that either. So I'm going to be scraping it off. And if anybody has any ideas on how to do that, please tell me. It would be very nice to save some time on that. Also, I have the bow ties black vinyled on both front and back. And I'm kind of going with a, as you can tell, black out everything but the chrome trim and kind of give it some accent. I'm going to be, Race Mesh offers a stainless steel woven grill for the entire grill and for the fog light bezels. I'm going to be getting those in a while. They're about $800 for the entire set, so I kind of have to save up for that. And I'll be getting a different hood. There's, as you can see right here, the road I drive on, it throws stuff up, and it's a very dirty road. I drive down a lot of, it's a rock quarry road, which makes it very dirty. Alright, under the top here, get it held up. Under the top, I don't really have much going on. There's a few upgrades that I'm going to be doing. The first one that I have is the DDM Works cold air intake, which looks like I need to kind of blow that off. Saturday's a good day for that. I didn't get the heat shield for it, which I kind of think I should have, but I didn't because I'm in the end wanting to get a ram air hood and do a little bit of, have it built for that, but then again I'm thinking I should have, that way they'd have something to work with, so I'm kind of tossing that around. As well, I'm going to be end up getting solid engine mounts, motor mounts, and solid tranny mount, hopefully stop the wheel hop. And this is early morning, so you can see the tint, you can see my dash log chain my uncle carved, but I've got a 5% eyebrow, 5% on driver and passenger doors, 2.5% on the back window, and 2.5% on the hatch. And there's my Chevy emblem blacked out as well. I've got a lot of plans for it, but you know, I start with what I can. Got a girlfriend, so you know the money they cost. Even she says that girlfriends are expensive. Now I'm trying a different tint on these back lenses, and so far I like them. Right now it's only at about a 20%-ish, and it's a vinyl, just like a window tint, but it's waterproof vinyl, well, quote-unquote waterproof, nothing really is, but anyway. And so far, I really like it. I'm going to be putting another layer on it after, I don't know when, whenever I have time, being a student and working full-time. But anyways, and then my exhaust, which is super dirty. And I've got a clip of the entire thing the day of that it was put on as well. Getting under the back here, I've got the, let's see if I can reach it. Under the back axle, I have the DDM Works axle brace put up in there. I noticed a big difference with it. It was just a lot more stable. There wasn't a crazy amount of body sway reduced, but it was more stable and more civilized. And then, oh mercy, I forget the brand. I think it's ZZP. I got their sway bar, and I did notice a significant difference with it. It reduced. It's your normal sway bar. You have an extent of body roll, and then it gets its max twist, and it pulls, either maintains or pulls you back down depending on the momentum you're holding. And I've tested it fully, and it does work. Here's a little clip of my exhaust. The Cook's racing muffler. It's 3-inch in and out. I got 2 1/4 going to it. That way we have good axle clearance, and kind of wish we could have went with at least 2 1/2, but he didn't recommend it, and being as it's his job, I kind of trust him at that. And then you can see on down there the exhaust, but I've got that in a different clip. So, and then, oh mercy, how you like that sunlight blinding me? Alright, and then inside the car, I have LED strip lights under both driver and passenger side. I'm going to need to get it redone because it's starting to peel, and I did it myself, but I think I'm going to have someone else do it. I don't like how they are visible, so I'm going to have someone else put in recessed, have it professionally done, depending on the cost. If it's too crazy expensive, then yeah, not going to happen. So here's the 5% with the sun. I don't know if that kind of a comparative here. I don't know if my phone will focus accordingly. There's with it focused on outside. There's with it focused through the window. Got the reflection of the ground on it. Also, my sunroof is tinted at 5% as well. Let me get the key so you can see this. I got the DDM Works SCR 8040. Guess I have to start it for it to work. And kind of hope you can hear my exhaust. It sounds pretty good cold. It's definitely a deep rumble. Actually, while that's loading, you can kind of hear it. It's not outrageous, but it does have a noticeable tone and drone. Getting it down on level, it's significantly louder. There, it just warmed up a little. Yo me gusta mucho. Alright, here's my programmer. I have it set on power level 2, which is for 93 octane and up. We only have 91 in Oklahoma. I still like the program of the level 2. It's a lot smoother and more fluid through the RPM range. Level 1 is really snappy and powerful up to about 3,000 RPM, then it cuts off. This one's pretty sturdy all the way up. But I'm also going to be getting the 42-pound injectors from Bad News Racing and get those put in. That way I can run E85. I can run it now, but my lean fuel sensor, it says I'm throwing lean fuel, which it just wears out the injectors way quicker, so I need to get those fixed before I put E85. If you run with the Sonic, if you fill up half a tank with 91 octane, half a tank with E85, and you alternate, so E85 and then 91 and then E85 and then 91 and then E85, so on and so forth, you'll bounce between 95 octane and 100 octane. The car does not like, with the stock injectors, doesn't like about 98 octane up. So if you can keep it below 98 octane, it's decently happy. I have nothing to prove it's 98 octane, but that's kind of what I've guesstimated, if you will. So, but anyway, that's all the updates I have on her now, and there's going to be a lot more to come. Again, I got a fantabulous girlfriend. I love her with all my heart, and she's definitely more valuable than this car, so she gets my money first. But she's not jealous of the car, so that's good. So I'll still be able to do stuff with it and make things happen. So I really hope you enjoyed this. Okay, so I didn't get a video earlier of the lights and how the LEDs were opposing each other on the high beams. Here I am on the driver's side of my car. I took the VHT nightshades off, and I watched a video on that, and they used the aerosol goof off. I tried the liquid goof off. It does not work the same. But the aerosol goof off, do make sure that anything you use to take this off just needs to be a cleaner, but it cannot, I repeat, cannot, must not, should not ever have acetone or toluene in it, because that will eat your headlight, like instantly. I work for a petroleum research with the University of Tulsa, and that's what we use it for. We use it to eat petroleum products. But anyways, back on the topic. Here is an up-close look of the LEDs. You can see on the lens to your right, that's my low beam, and how it has a yellow on the top. That's because it has one LED, and it's guarded by the shield in there, as you can see. However, on the high beams, you can tell that there are two of them opposing, and as you can see, I have them almost at a 45-ish, like I had stated how they're for the light pattern. So, and then the low beams, they're LED, or the fog lights, LED as well. I have them on the top. Not sure. That's about as good as it'll get. But anyway, I got the nightshades off, and now I'm putting rolled tint on it. It doesn't flake off near as bad. And I was in a wreck, and they replaced this headlight. I used the identical stuff on it, and for some reason it did this. I cleaned all the other lenses with the same stuff, so I don't know why this one reacted weirdly. It's rather upsetting. So I'm not going to be tinting my actual headlights until I get this one replaced. However, here's the start. This is one layer of my tint, and I'm contemplating two. I kind of want it to be a little more blacked out, but I'm going to put it like this until I get all of them to one level, one layer, see what they look like driving, and then go from there. But anyways, so that's the LED headlights.